Jasper the Dragon Darda, fighting out of War King MMA. Again, I told you we'd be hearing that name a little bit. He's got a 1-1 record in his last fight. He got his first win against Israel Binkley in that first round. In his first fight, he had a TKO loss against Christopher Tate. But he was doing really well in that fight. And again, we talked about these debut guys before, and sometimes you just don't really know. But the cool thing about Jasper right now is this is his debut at flyweight. So he's fought at bantamweight this last two fights. He wanted to make the cut because he was walking around at like 137. So he's like, well, let me actually cut weight and see what I can do. He's going to have the height advantage. He's going to have the reach advantage over most of the guys, and he will tonight as well. But I asked him, what are some things that you're noticing now that you're actually cutting weight? I'm faster. I'm more agile. I'm feeling more like accurate. And so I'm curious to see how that transcends over into this fight tonight, because he's looked great in his last two.
Yep. I remember doing the opposite, or doing the same thing, going from my kickboxing fights were like 65. And then when we got to MMA, we went to 45. I felt on top of the world. Yeah. It was crazy. Once you get a little much more, I had to go back up a weight class, but I guarantee you he's feeling good right now.
I'm sure, but I'm sure his opponent's feeling really good as well, too. Coming to the cage is Caleb, remember the name, McBride. He got his nickname after his first fight. Whenever I just started yelling, remember the name!
Remember the name.
Fighting out of Dogwood MMA over at Dyersburg, Tennessee. 2-0 record, he's undefeated. He had a rear naked choke win versus Brandon Serrano. Sounds like he's got the whole crowd behind him tonight, and he had a TKO win versus Ryan McBride in his first fight. Ranked number 5 in the state right now at flyweight, and he said he feels like he has the advantage on the ground. Cool fact, purple belt in BJJ, so look for him to use that, but Jasper's really good on his back as well.
Yeah.
What are some things that you've noticed about Caleb? Because you've seen him fight a couple of times now. What are some of his strengths?
Man, I haven't seen... I haven't really seen a major flaw, which I feel like coming with 2 or 3 fights, usually you find something you're like, this person's doing really well, they really need to fix this. I haven't really seen anything he particularly needs to change.
Okay.
I feel like he's already got a good idea of what actually Danny Barlow, who's in the building today, told me, your amateur fights are all about finding out how you want to win, finding out how you don't want to lose, doing all these things, and it seems like after 2 fights, he's already figured out what his plan is, what 100%. His game is. And so he's just, all he has to do now is sharpen his tools. And I know, again, Dogwood MMA is an excellent gym, so I'm sure they're sharpening him.
And don't let this man's size for you. Dude, this dude is super strong.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, he's jacked. Look at him.
Let's send it to Richard.
MMA action. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, weighing in at 126 pounds from Milan, Tennessee, representing War King MMA, the Dragon, Jasper Darda. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, weighing in at 126 pounds from Dyersburg, Tennessee, representing Dogwood MMA, remember the name, Caleb McBride.
Lane, you just pointed out to me Caleb's face. I said yesterday he's like the most ferocious dude.
Jason Aldridge.
He's legit. I mean, he looks so scary.
He's on the prowl right now.
He's so
ready
scary.
This is what we call a hunter. Yeah. He's ready to hunt.
I'm so excited for this fight because if it goes to the ground, I think it's super even. The length could come into play for Jasper, but man, I mean, Caleb is really good on the ground. Let's see where we get to. Here we go. Oh, my gosh!
Wow.
Speaking of the strength, that huge right hand right off the bat.
Got to be careful coming in to mount here with those butterflies. You got to be step over. See, he's already getting a butterfly hook underneath. You said he was great off his back. I'm seeing it right now.
Oh, yeah. He's slick, man. He pulled out a arm bar against Israel Binkley back in June that was really slick. I mean, he was out of nowhere.
That butterfly with the left leg is going to help him. He's just got to get to that other hip if he's going to have to use it right.
Gotcha. Man, so if you're Caleb right now, you know, obviously you're comfortable on the ground, but you're just seeing that huge success in the stand-up. Is that crossing your mind to maybe get off the ground and just see what you can do back on the – But look at this arm bar. He's slick.
Wow.
Huge hammer fist.
If I was Caleb, I'd try to just get posture and break away like you were saying for sure.
Those are hard. I can hear them through my headphones. Holy moly.
Remember the name.
Remember the name.
Remember the name.
Caleb McBride. McBride. You better remember the name.
A hunter.
A hunter.
A hunter indeed.
That was so fast. I didn't get to mention this fight was sponsored by the Pine Ridge Club.
Couldn't get it out,
I didn't
man.
get it out.
Mean,
wow, what a fight.
Crazy overhand in the first 10
Look how mean he
seconds.
looks.
I mean, that's incredible.
Jeez. But it all was set up by that massive overhand right.
Well, and he didn't just throw it. He placed it.
Oh, my God.
He knew where it was going.
Because it looked like Jasper was almost out already, like he was just going to fall.
His weight fell into the cage.
Yeah.
I mean,
wow, what a fight. What a fight.
I mean, at 125, that guy is a beast.
Monster. And now,
Remember
still
the
undefeated, 3-0.
3-0. See, this is always where I struggle.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Jason Aldridge has called a stop to this contest at 59 seconds in the first round, declaring your winner by TKO. Remember the name, Caleb McBride.
Man, I think you get more scrappy every time I see you.
Man, yeah, from now to a year ago, I'm miles ahead of where I was. I got miles to go still, working my way up. Ready for that 125 strap though, Ryan.
You hear that, Ryan Collins? Man, what changes have you made to progress so quickly?
Working on my striking more than anything. I've been training jiu-jitsu for years. Getting the rest of my game caught up. It's been a lot of work, but we're getting there, man.
Congratulations on this win. You got any shout-outs you want to give?
To my Dogwood team, could not do this without you guys. All my friends and family that came to support me and support me every day. Thank you guys.
Congratulations, man. Look forward to seeing you in the future.